I've been doing a lot of thinking lately with what freedom means to me. I think for me, freedom has always been something that's been outside of me. It's always been something that I've thought that someone needed to give to me, or that a circumstance needed to give to me, or money, or love, or something else, right? I think a lot of the times we mistake freedom for being something that is material. If we have X, then we will have Y. But that's not really how it works. We have to give ourselves the freedom to be us. We have to give ourselves the freedom to be who we are. We have to give ourselves freedom by how we move and operate in the world. And I think a lot of the times, we feel trapped by our own circumstances, right? Someone asked me, actually 2 people this last week asked me the same question in different ways. And everyone knows that I started my own business with photography and videography and now creative mentoring. And people ask me, so what have you learned in the last year of starting your own business? And I told them both the same thing. That quite literally you can do whatever you want in life. You can. If you think you can do it, you're right. If you think you can't, you're still right. We've heard that a million times. But also, you have to give yourself permission to live the life you want to live. And we trap ourselves because we think that we need permission to take the step, to take the leap, to make the decision, to be free, to have the life you want to live, to express ourselves, to be a little rock and roll, be a little edgy, to paint our walls black, to start doing pole dancing. These are all things in my life I decided to do, and I pulled the trigger and went for it. I didn't wait for someone else to tell me that it was okay. My entire life I've been incredibly rebellious. From the womb, I was rebellious. Anytime anyone gave me directions, a teacher, my parents, anyone that I saw to be of someone who knew more than me, it wasn't out of disrespect, it was always out of curiosity. And your curiosity is what makes you such a creative person. Your curiosity and your willingness to try is what makes you able to follow through on things. All my very cinematic things that I make, in my opinion, aren't perfect. There are so many filmmakers out there and photographers out there who have been doing it longer than me. But the reason why people assume that I've been doing it for years and years and years and years, even though I have a degree in it, is simply because I just practiced and I just trusted my own vision and I just trusted my own voice. When you think about how you live your life, when you think about the decisions that you make, it may not just be with creativity, it could also be with how you show up in your romantic relationships, how you show up in your friendships. When it's your friend's birthday, are you the type of person that overthinks what to get them? Or do you just know what to get them, you trust yourself, you get it, and then they love it? I got a birthday gift for a new friend of mine, a month and a half-ish ago. I had heard one tidbit from them of they loved playing video games. They were a gamer. My instinct, and I didn't know if they had an Xbox or PlayStation, no idea. But I thought, you know what, it would be the perfect gift to give them something that would allow them to continue to do something that they enjoy. So I got them a Game Pass. I had no idea if they'd like it or not. And I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't even open up the present in front of me, but they did. And when they did, they freaked out. They said, "Oh my gosh, so weird. This is what I've been wanting this whole time." Your creativity is the same thing. Your creativity expands further than just what you create online. It expands into who you are as a person. When I get up in the morning and I choose to get ready, everyone gives me the same compliments all the time. I love your style. I love your style. I love your style, Savvy. I think it's so cool. No one can name this style because it doesn't have a name, because it's just me. But we rely on labels to tell us how to be. We rely on boxes to tell us where we should fit in. We rely on what people think of us to categorize us into shaping our own identity. The most difficult exercise I was ever given back in the day when I was getting help for my mental health was the question, if you could give yourself 10 compliments that only you can give yourself that no one else has ever given you, what would they be? It's a very difficult thing to do for a lot of people because much of how we see ourselves is from the lens of other people. So it's no wonder that like when you put a camera on or when you feel seen in some type of way, you change because you're trying to adapt to how other people see you because that's all that you've ever relied upon with how to show up. You have the freedom to be whoever the hell you want to be. You have the freedom to rebel. You have the freedom to take a stance in something that you believe in. For me, art and creativity and freedom is rebellious. That's why I've always had a knack for rock and roll. That's why this video has that edge to it, because that's me. Is that something I ran away from a lot as a kid and as a young adult? Yes, because I was scared that it would scare people. I was scared that maybe it was too much, maybe, too edgy. Oh, it's not soft and it's not feminine enough. But who cares? And just off topic, if you're a woman watching this and you're trying to categorize yourself into a certain place because you feel like that's what you need to be in order to be more attractive, true feminine energy has no label. True femininity has range, has vastness. Feminine energy is like water. Water has different shapes and different forms. Sometimes it's a lake, sometimes it's a river, sometimes it's a waterfall, sometimes it's the fucking Grand Rapids. But it flows and it moves and it expresses. Masculine, true masculinity, is that grounded earth-like structure. Comes in many different shapes, sizes, and forms. But that's what holds the feminine energy. You cannot have water without structure, or you just have a puddle, right? So to have that polarity exist within you through everything that you do, through how you express, through how you show up, is how you be a creative person. That's how you tap into creativity. So the next time you're feeling stuck and you're wondering why you're not creative, you're wondering why you're not able to express yourself, you're wondering why you don't feel like you in anything that you do or create or show up as, you just haven't given yourself the freedom yet.